Saint Kotar the Yellow Mask. Soweit ich mit meinen Recherchen rausgefunden habe, ist das, oder besser gesagt, der Prolog zu dem Spiel Saint Kotar. Habe ich nie was von gehört. Ja, mehr kann ich auch nicht darüber erzählen, außer dass es ein Point-and-Click-Adventure ist und ein Horrorspiel. Nochmal von den weg, falls Teile des Videos gemutet sind, liegt es daran, dass die Musik, die gerade hier im Hintergrund düdelt, einen Besitzer hat und der Besitzer sagt, pass mal auf, du, mach das lieber nicht. Schalte es stumm oder ich will Tantiemen dafür haben. Oder so ähnlich. So, was ich herausgefunden habe, ist in den Optionen, ich habe schon ein bisschen was eingestellt, deswegen steht nicht wundern, da steht Spiel fortsetzen, aber ich habe einfach nur mal gestartet und geguckt, ob es funktioniert. Und zwar haben wir nämlich hier unter Video, unter Spiel meine ich, erstmal auf Deutsch ausgewählt, danke. Es gibt natürlich auch Englisch und andere Sprachen. Untertitel lassen wir an, Standort Autospeicherung haben wir mal aktiviert und es gibt den klassischen Horrormodus, der klassische Horrormodus. Ich lasse mal bunt an, ne? Video, wie gesagt, das ist Nativ 4K, für Leute, die sich gerade eben gewundert haben. Der Stream ist in 1080p, deswegen ist das Video, wenn ich es auf YouTube hochlade, auch in Full HD. Audio habe ich ein bisschen Musik leiser gemacht, Soundeffekte, Sprachlautstärke und so weiter und so fort. Das könnt ihr auch gleich nochmal alles genau einstellen. Dann würde ich sagen, einfach mal, lass uns ein neues Spiel starten und los geht's.
I believe in God. God is my shepherd. What is this place? I have no memory.
Moment.
I feel I need help.
Moment mal. Der hat doch gerade was übersprungen. Kann es sein, dass es wahrscheinlich, weil ich halt nicht ausgeblendet habe, dass da ein Shortcut mit dabei ist. Dann lasse ich das gleich mal sein. Ich starte einfach jetzt nochmal neu.
I believe in God. God is my shepherd. I lack nothing. He guides me along the right paths for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for you are with me. What is this place? I have no memory of it. I feel guilty. I did something horrible, but I can't remember what it is. I can't remember my life at all. I need help and I must seek forgiveness.
So. Benutze die linke Maustaste zum Untersuchen, Interagieren, Sprechen, Mitnehmen und Gehen zu. Benutze die rechte Maustaste zum Untersuchen und gehe zu. Siehe Hilfe im Menü und für weitere Details. So.
There's something about this church. I think I've already visited it numerous times in the past, but I don't have any memory to support that thought.
Sieht mir aus wie eine Kapelle.
Something about this church. I think
Das hatte ich schon gerade eben. Können jetzt hier weiter nach hinten gehen und wir können auch die Tür öffnen. Versperrt. Nee.
I can't. It's stuck. Someone's holding it from the inside.
Was?
May I come in? All I seek is help and forgiveness. That voice. I recognize it.
Sieht nach einem Traum aus, würde ich sagen, oder? Auf den Gräbern steht Mama, Papa.
I have a strange feeling looking at these graves. For reasons unknown, the stones have no names or dates, just a cross.
Okay. Ich muss ein bisschen aufpassen, ich darf nicht zu weit... Was ist das? Wahrscheinlich Home. Nicht zu weit nach links, ansonsten lande ich auf dem Desktop. Mal sehen, ob das heute öfter passiert. Ein
A
weit.
silent cathedral of tall trees. Its gaze gives me a crippling sense of dread. I'm not capable of taking that path.
Okay, das heißt, wir müssen einfach weiter nochmal mit der Tür interagieren. Warte, Moment, da haben wir noch was drauf.
A symbol of Christ's eternal love for all humanity. It won't budge. Father, can you let me in? I know it's you. Here on the doorstep of the blessed house, I'm asking you, I'm begging.
You have not set your mind on the things of God, but on the things of men.
I know I did something horrible, I can feel it, but everything's so obscured, I have no memory of my deeds. I beg you, have mercy, let me pass. I need his help and absolution. Something's appearing on the stones.
Etwas erscheint auf... Ach so, da. Auf den Gräbern.
It reads Yosef Donani, 1935 to 1909. The year of his death is missing. I can't remember what happened to you. Father, can you...
Your mind was infected by your corrupted soul. Shame on you, unrighteous creature.
Unholde Kreatur. Ich kann mich an nichts aus der Vergangenheit erinnern. Mein Geist mag in den Schatten umherwandern, aber meine Seele ist immer noch rein. Lass mich mit ihm sprechen. Wir nehmen das erste.
I can't remember anything from the past.
A long time ago, you've made a fateful decision to abandon God. There shall be no grace for you.
I never abandoned God. Let me pass. Let me understand what...
Enough! No words will ever open that door again for you.
Ja, es gibt noch andere Religionen. So, umherwandern.
My mind may be roaming in the shadows, but my soul is still pure. Let me talk to him.
You don't have a soul anymore, son. Look inside. What do you see?
Schuldgefühle und Kummer. Ja, oder Gedärme.
Guilt and sorrow.
If you had stayed true to the faith, nothing sinful would have ever happened.
I've never abandoned faith. The true faith... What is true faith? I know you taught me what it is, but I can't remember.
It's a pity to what you've been reduced to, Benedekt. A corrupted soul is like a bottomless black pit. It nourishes a false faith. You have been eternally banished from his house. But forgiveness is what he can give, even in the darkest of places. Accept your burden.
Nur so, aus irgendeinem Grund wird meine Hand manchmal so ein bisschen seltsam getrackt. Ansonsten kann ich hier so piep, piep, piep machen. Gut, wir haben irgendwas, schwere Sünde begangen oder sonst irgendwas und wir können uns nicht daran erinnern und deswegen sind wir von der Kirche ausgeschlossen worden. Und in dem Grab erscheint ein Buch. Es ist der Bibel.
I accept your Bible, Father. It is my burden now.
Now walk to the other side of the valley until you reach the place of torment and sorrow.
That is my punishment? To dwell eternally in such a place?
You've already been punished. For your sins you have been cursed.
Wer hat mich verflucht? Gott hat mir das angetan?
Who cursed me? God did this to me?
Deeds cannot be undone, but can be forgiven. If you truly repent and want to be absolved in his eye, you must go and save your bloodline's last soul.
Hä?
I don't understand. I'm the last of my bloodline. Everyone else is dead.
Fallacy. Now leave. Act before the time has passed.
Wait, I'm begging you.
Was sind meine Sünden? Wer ist die letzte Seele? Wer hat mich verflucht? Was sind meine Sünden?
What are my sins? Father? Father! Answer me! Into your hands I commend my fate like I always did. I don't know who I am looking for, but I need to act quickly and find that poor soul before it's too late. For both of us.
So, da unten ist unser Inventar erschienen. Oh, die ist sogar blutig. So, dann gehen wir mal hier drauf und speichern das Ganze mal. Da steht Albtraum. Mit einem schönen B. Dann schreibe ich auch Albtraum rein. So, und ich will mal gerade gucken unter Video, was macht das? Nur die Helligkeit. Uip, uip. So, ich will mal gerade gucken, was dieser klassische Modus ist. So, Optionen. Video. Ne, unter Spiel war das. So, dann laden wir das Ganze mal. Ist einfach nur schwarz-weiß. Ich lasse mal lieber im Bunt. Ja. Hat zwar auch seinen Stil, ich verstehe das schon, aber... Es gab auch so eine Supernatural-Folge, die schwarz-weiß war. Die fand ich auch ganz okay. Also Supernatural... Wie soll ich sagen? Wie viele Staffeln gibt es? 11 oder so? Keine Ahnung. Ja, da waren coole Sachen dabei, aber auch manchmal auch ein bisschen schonend, muss man ganz ehrlich sagen. Und eine Folge, weiß ich noch, ist in Deutschland ab 18 freigegeben worden, weil es halt, normalerweise bekämpft jemand Dämonen und Monster sofort, aber diesmal waren es dann halt Menschen und dann, nee, war dann ein bisschen zu hart und deswegen ab 18 freigegeben. So. Gute Mucke. Ich rede mal einfach drüber, falls... Oh.
The path to redemption. Or hell. This is the place? Not a single soul is alive here. I may be late.
Normalerweise fangen Spiele so an, dass die halt einfach, sag ich mal, normal anfangen, also und dann nachher in so surreale Sachen hin... Danke, hören. Was wollte ich sagen? Normalerweise fangen Spiele so an, dass sie halt normal in Anführungszeichen sind und danach skurril oder kurios oder surreal werden. Und hier fängt es einfach umgekehrt an. Kadaverhaufen.
The scent so close to this strange altar is unbearable. All of these people scorched beyond recognition. It's impossible to... Hold on. They all have almost identical marks on their flesh.
Die Zeichen genau untersuchen.
So familiar. I must have seen them before. I know. Seals of pledge, the devil's marks. These people pledged their obedience to the most evil of all. Poor mindless beings. There's something on one of the cadaver's neck. A necklace, it seems.
Ja, gucke ich mal gleich an, das Auge.
God, talk to me. Give me a sign. Where's my bloodline's last soul? Nothing but silence.
The sound of silence. So,
It's formed by several people crawling into each other. Its significance and use are beyond my comprehension.
Überreste.
It's a rotting mass of scorched flesh and dried blood. I should stay away from that. It could be infectious.
Da gebe ich dir mal recht. Da hängt ein Kadaver.
Salvation is what this person sought but failed to achieve. It's a rotting mass of...
Ah, da ist die Halskette.
It's a rosary, still intact. Some initials are carved on the cross. B, D.
BD.
B and D. I can't recall. I'm struggling, but there's something about it that...
Guten Tag, wer sind Sie?
Who are you? What do you want?
Im Namen Gottes, antworte mir oder hinfort mit dir.
In the name of God, answer me or be gone. Show yourself. Victoria? She had the rosary. My rosary. Those initials are mine. This is my sister. My bloodline's last soul. Dead. In front of my eyes.
Du hast meine Schwester getötet. Unhold. Gott, hab Erbarmen mit mir. Rette mich. Gott, hab Erbarme.
God, have mercy on me. Save me. I am late, but I need your help. I need to remember, and I need absolution for my sins.
Your fire, your sins. Your bloodline is cursed.
The fire.
Das Feuer. Das Schreien. Der Geruch vom verbrannten Fleisch. Warte, mein Gehirn will manchmal ein bisschen was anderes, was da steht. Gebrannten Fleisch, verbrannten Fleisch.
The fire, the screaming, the smell of burned flesh. I remember now. I executed them all. Torched them alive in the name of God for acts of heresy.
Was?
And I killed Victoria. The last of my bloodline, too. But I still can't remember. Nothing before or after this act. Nothing at all. It's like I'm seeing someone else's memory.
Was geht hier ab mit dem Spiel? Du bedeutest mir alles, Gott. Aber ich verdiene keine Hilfe und keine Absolution. Denn ich habe meine eigene Schwester getötet. Ja, ich habe zwar nicht viel mit der Kirche zu tun, aber die 10 Todessünden kennt... Todessünden. Die 10 Gebote kenne ich ja auch.
You mean everything to me, God. But I deserve no help and no absolution, for I have killed my own sister. My sins, my sins, my sins. Eternal torment and sorrow is all I want. For there are sins that lead to hell. My eyes, I can't see anything at all. My eyes are fine. It's just that I don't have my glasses on. That dream, the church from my hometown, the graves of my parents, the crucified cadavers, and God in the form of an eye. It was the most terrible dream I've ever had. That wasn't me. That's not who I am, God. You know me.
So. Ich erinnere mich an alles aus meiner Vergangenheit. Ich habe nie gesündigt und es wurde mir nie verboten, eine Kirche zu betreten.
I remember everything from my past. I've never sinned. I've never been forbidden to enter a church. I know what true faith is. I'm obedient only to you, God. It's what I want. It's how my father taught me to be. My father, who one day just disappeared from our lives, shattering my mother's will to live. My father, who gave me his Bible the day before he left our family.
Nach der Bibel greifen und beten.
What? I can't find it. It's not in my jacket. Where is it? It must be here somewhere.
So, können wir als erstes mal bitte schon die Brille aufsetzen? Setzen? Insekten. Setzen. Das brennt.
It's my blanket.
Ernsthaft? Selbst blind erkenne ich eine Decke.
A wooden stick?
Cool. Herr mit dem
I
Stock.
don't need it.
Herr mit der Decke.
It's my blanket.
Da haben wir noch ein Objekt.
Something's on the floor.
Nein.
Glasses? Oh. I'm so distressed. How was I supposed to find anything without them? Victoria may have been killed by my hand inside the nightmare, but she did something even more terrible to me outside of it. She dragged me to this town and made me stay in this living tomb of a house that tried to taint me while I was sleeping. No, it didn't try to taint me. It tried to curse me. Yes, to curse my soul. I was told in the nightmare that I was cursed. It must have been my mind which was trying to warn me I was being cursed by the house, or by the town as a whole. I don't know, both, I guess. I'm still in peril here. I should leave at once, but I can't. I can't leave without my Bible, and I can't leave alone. Not without my bloodline's last soul by my side.
Ich verstehe noch gar nichts so richtig. So, wir speichern als erstes. So, und bevor man aufsteht, greift man nach der Brille, also oder nach dem Gegenstand, wenn man vermutet, dass die Brille ist. Hütte. Ich wundere, ich schreibe Üs und Ös mittlerweile immer so, weil ich habe schon ein paar Spiele gehabt. Ich stecke mich mal hier gerade aus. Wo das zu Problemen geführt hat. So, jetzt sind meine Hände erstmal deaktiviert, weil das ist gerade ein bisschen schrecklich. So, was ist das? Gespeichert. Spiel fortsetzen. So, Gemälde.
I don't understand the smaller ones. It's something abstract. But the lady, she has kind, dark eyes, and a grave face with long black hairs, and such a strange, sad smile.
Mhm. Mantel.
It doesn't belong to any of us. But maybe. Nothing. Just a few very long and thick spikes.
Habe ich auch jeden Tag im Mantel.
It resembles a dying woman, or one that's suffering unbearable pain. One of her eyes is gouged out, and the other one is closed, and parts of her face are mutilated.
Was?
This is not a stoop, and the water inside is not holy. This is profane.
Okay.
Tall, dark trees, a crossroad, and a lonely house. It's as bleak as it isn't here.
Noch ein Porträt.
It depicts a pale, bald man with a very long white or even yellow beard.
Yellow Beard. Das ist kein Blackbeard. Kamin.
It's like staring into a starless sky. Completely black. Cold. Silent.
Die Büste gucken wir uns mal an.
It's a bust of an unknown veiled person. Everything here feels so wrong.
Ja, eine Person definitiv hier. Ich weiß nicht, ob ich irgendwo highlighten kann, aber schau, was ist das?
Mother used to have a similar one. I can still hear its sound in my head. See the images of those beautiful childhood days in my mind.
Die Nähmaschine. Aber noch eine richtig alte. Puppen.
It looks like a miniature of a skull-headed humanoid tribe.
Skulptur.
It's an older man, apparently terrified by something he has seen, without being able to see.
Skulptur.
An elderly man with a strangely shaped face. Both of his eyes are gouged out. The area around the mouth looks particularly strange.
Gehen wir mal nach oben.
I can't see my Bible in these shadows. I just hope. Victoria must have taken it from me while I was asleep and then placed it somewhere upstairs. There was no other explanation. Even though it is strange. She never did that.
Klar, das ist die einzige logische Schlussfolgerung. Wer sind Sie? Jemand. Ich gucke erst die Werkbank an.
This makes me wonder. Are all the creations in this house a consequence of someone's imagination or experience?
Ich dachte, hier kriege ich irgendwie ein Messer oder so her. Leinwand.
It's an unfinished painting of what looks to be like a mother and a child standing in shallow water.
Figuren.
Miniatures of strangely shaped white people.
Bücher.
The manuscript of Luca Tomini, Codex Niva, Goldin, Heart of Pagubitse? I've never heard of these works.
Me too. Also mir auch, ich habe auch nichts davon gehört.
Is that a giant heart?
Weiß ich nicht.
The painting is stained, but the sinister gaze of the man is still clearly noticeable.
Das war das Porträt. Das sagt die
Who's
Skulptur.
there? Victoria?
Nikolay, Victoria. Nikolay?
Nikolay? Where's my Bible?
I don't know. Why don't you ask her?
Where is she?
Warum fragst du sie nicht?
Under the blanket. Come closer. Wake her up.
Unter Decke, komm näher und wach sie auf. Das ist das Problem, dass ich mich gerade nicht hier so... Ich kann mal ein bisschen ausblenden. Ich speichere mal vorsichtshalber nochmal ab. Habe ich jetzt überschrieben oder nicht? Weil dann bricht er immer ab.
The bed's empty. Where is she?
What do you believe in, Benedekt?
Where's my sister? I need to see her. She took my Bible away from me.
Answer me first. Besides God, what do you believe in?
Ich glaube, das Leben sollte in Einsamkeit verbracht werden, wo Fragen wie deine nicht aufkommen können.
I believe life should be spent in solitude where questions like yours cannot arise.
See, I believe life is pointless without a family. We don't exist if we don't belong to someone else except God. Family, Benedekt. Without a family, life cannot exist.
Aber die Kirche ist doch deine Familie. Und vor allen Dingen hat er auch das korrigiert. Das war, glaube ich, verkehrt geschrieben. Mit Doppel-S hätte man das, wenn man dann nicht jenes oder dieses oder sonst irgendwas einsetzen könnte. Du hast, das hast du deutlich genug gemacht, als du das Priestertum aufgegeben hast, um meine Schwester zu heiraten. Okay.
You made that clear enough when you abandoned priesthood to marry my sister.
That was a sacrifice I believed had to be made. As of today, I'm not so sure anymore.
I'm not following.
Family members don't hurt each other. It's wrong. Don't you agree?
Victoria, hat dir wehgetan? Was hat sie diesmal gemacht?
Victoria hurt you? What did she do this time?
You did. You turned her against me.
What are you talking about?
About the things you suggested to her yesterday on the train.
I beg your pardon? I didn't say a word to her, to you, to no one, as a matter of fact.
What about calling me an addict?
Ich habe irgendwie was verpasst, habe ich das Gefühl. Also die reden von Dingen, obwohl das eigentlich der Prolog ist, sollte nicht mehr Fragen. Ach ja. Mehr Fragen aufkommen. Das habe ich gesagt. Aber was habe ich getan? Ich habe sie nicht gegen dich aufgebracht. Sie hat dich sogar verteidigt.
That I did say. But what have I done? I didn't turn her against you. She even defended you.
Of course she did. When she's the one who gave me the morphine months ago.
She did what?
She did what family's supposed to do. She helped her husband to alleviate his pain. Now, it's your turn, Benedekt. Will you help me?
Wobei helfen? Ich will nur mit ihr reden.
Help you with what? I just want to talk to her.
I want that too. I want to talk to my wife.
So where is she? What's going on? I don't want to stay here anymore.
You think I'm a degenerate? Have I imagined hearing your voices downstairs?
Who? That was just me. She's not downstairs.
How many times I called your names before hearing that horrible scream of yours?
I screamed when I woke up from a terrible nightmare.
Well, I'm living the nightmare right now. Don't lie to me. I heard you talking after that scream.
I talked to God, and I talked to myself, and then I came here to talk to her.
Is that true? Because the real problem I have is that the two of you emptied my whole bag while I was asleep. Why? I don't care about all that stuff. Have it.
Now that he mentioned his bag, where's mine? I didn't see it downstairs.
Just give me my my pills back. Make my pain go away.
Du hältst mich für einen Dieb? Na los, durchsuche mich. Anstatt mich zu beschuldigen, solltest du vielleicht deine Tasche noch einmal durchsuchen. Yep.
Instead of accusing me, perhaps you should search in that bag of yours again.
I did that, and I scoured the whole floor several times already, only to find nothing. Someone took my pills. Maybe it was you. Maybe it was her.
Du hältst mich für einen Dieb? Achso, das hat mir... Na
You
los.
think I'm a thief? Go on then, search me.
I believe you can be anything you want, as long as it fits your vision of righteousness, Brother Benedekt. But you're not stupid. You wouldn't risk being caught while carrying them around. Maybe it's time for me to start questioning my belonging to this family. I'm gonna go downstairs now. You stay here.
Why? I already told you she's not there.
Don't be anxious. If she is, I'll make her talk and give me my pills back. If she's not, I'll find them by myself. In any case, I'll call you once I'm done.
Maybe they had a quarrel and she left before I woke up. I don't trust him. Whatever the truth is, I should take the chance and search for my Bible while he's not around. Remember what I asked you? Have you seen my Bible?
I don't understand. You want my help now? To be honest, I'm not sure I've seen it. But you should definitely search the floor. People say I don't have a keen eye for details. So I might not have noticed it.
Okay, kurz speichern, dann kann ich wieder einblenden. Die Hütte. Plopp. Aber das habe ich bis jetzt auch noch nie gesehen, dass diese Untertitel oder diese Sprachbox mitgeht mit dem Typen. Ah, guck mal, jetzt kann ich switchen. So, wir suchen als erstes hier oben die Bibel. Bibel. Werkbank hatten wir schon. Die Bücher hatten wir auch schon. Die Leinwand hatten wir auch schon. Die Figuren hatten wir auch schon. Porträt. Ich wollte nochmal die Skulptur anschauen.
A grieving man with a forehead full of horrible dark lesions.
Vorhang auf. Vielleicht kommt ein bisschen mehr Licht rein.
Not ideal, but much better.
Yeah. Gucken wir noch Skulptur Nummer 2 an.
It reminds me of a man I haven't seen for a while. One day he just stopped attending our church.
Bett.
A yellow blanket, wrinkled only on one side of the bed, which means that either Victoria or Nikolay didn't sleep here.
Bücherregal.
Strange. These are not books, just blank covers with no names and no numbers. My Bible doesn't seem to be among them. I've never seen this woman, but I feel like I know her from somewhere. It's not a pleasant feeling, though.
So, dieses Wandgemälde, das sieht interessant aus. Vor allen Dingen erinnert mich das ein bisschen, kennt ihr noch The Ring, also den amerikanischen
It's a
Film?
giant tree with dozens of corpses hanging from its branches, and skulls that feed its roots. The branches represent visual keychain holders, and there's a key hanging as a corpse on one of them.
Ich bin ein riesen Ring-Fan, habe ich schon länger nicht mehr gesehen. Ich glaube, The Ring, das amerikanische, ich habe ihn mindestens 7 bis 8 Mal gesehen. Das ist mit weitaus der meistgesehenste Film von mir. Ich finde ihn super. Und dann, dann gab es ja irgendwann The Ring 2 und dann Rings und so einfach. Die waren alle schlecht. Wobei The Ring 2 wollte ich mir nochmal angucken, weil da komischerweise, ich habe sehr viele Horrorfilme gesehen und Spiele gespielt. Mir läuft eigentlich nichts nach, außer bei The Ring 2. Da gab es so eine Szene, ich weiß nicht, ab und zu. Wenn es eine Albtraum gibt, dann nur anhand von dieser Szene, wenn ich mal welche bekomme. Ansonsten, wie gesagt, gestern noch The Abyss gesehen. Und die japanischen Filme waren auch ganz cool. Also 1, 2, 0, dann gibt es noch Spiral, die sind aber schlecht, auch die Bücher davon, das ist Spiral the Ring. Und es gab noch einen koreanischen The Ring Remake, Remaster, keine Ahnung, kann ich mich so gut nicht dran erinnern. Aber das baut ein bisschen mehr auf die Bücher auf von Herrn Suzuki. So viel dazu. Und mich hat das sogar dieses Gemälde. Was ist das? Schlüssel nehmen wir mal mit. Hat mich hier, weil viele Leute, die wissen, was ich gerade meine. Scheune, Baum.
It's locked.
Ernsthaft. Ich bin ein Genie.
Appalling. A heap of dead. Damn rats! It scurried into the wall.
Und jetzt wird gewechselt, obwohl wir gar nicht die Bibel gefunden haben. Schauen wir uns doch mal die Decke an.
There's nothing underneath.
My wife. Meine Frau.
The witch, the king, and the kingdom.
Was? Mantel.
Could be worth taking a look.
Have a look.
No pills. Just spikes.
Spikes habe ich auch. Die Skulptur nochmal.
A lifeless woman who's been tortured before her death. An
Ja.
empty basin for holy water.
Okay. Fenster.
The sun is setting. Darkness will be upon us soon.
Mhm. Porträt.
A man of secrets and silent pain.
Kamin.
Silent. Full of dead coals.
Die Büste.
Very intriguing piece of art.
Die Nähmaschine.
Must be at least a century old.
Die Puppen.
Looks like the owner has an alluring hobby. These dolls are nothing special. Except for the big ones at the back. Not counting the headless ones, of course. You should definitely take one of them for your private collection. Which one do you choose?
Gehörnter. Gekrönter. Gehörnt ist immer geil.
Bad choice. The image of the devil. The doll with horns. Fascinating. What do we have here? A small brown bag. And it's not just any bag. It's Benedekt's bag. So you have to ask yourself, why it was hidden here? What's inside?
Hä? Öffne den Kleiderschrank.
I can't breathe. It smells so sickening.
Kleiderschrank innen.
Just old clothes. And nothing but mold in them.
I. Dann schließen wir das Ganze mal. So. Den Schrank schließen wir auch mal. In den Schrank innen wollten wir noch nachgucken. Ja,
Who keeps a heap of dissected frogs in his house?
sezierte Frösche da drin. Okay. Finden wir noch Heuschrecken? Können wir die Tür öffnen?
I'll have to find a key first.
Ne, nichts in der Tasche. Hier ist keine Tasche mehr. Warte, hier ist noch ein Fenster?
The vastness of the woods is terrifying.
Ab nach unten mit dir.
I haven't checked the whole floor yet. My Bible should be here somewhere.
So, was haben wir denn? Ach, da ist eine Tasche. Sieht man auch so gut. Ich mache gleich mal ein bisschen heller. Dicken heller. So.
Was he telling me the truth? He did. It's completely empty. Why would Victoria take all of his belongings? It doesn't make any sense. Victoria! Nikolay, what's happening? I'd better check.
Jetzt auf einmal. Okay, gehen wir nach unten. Bibel immer noch nicht gefunden, aber was soll's.
That window was right above the front door. Liar said he'd call me. Nikolay! Wait! I have to stop him.
Ja, hinterher. Nikolay.
That's my bag. How did it get on the floor?
Das habe ich gerade eben auch gefragt. Ich habe gedacht, er hat die Tasche versteckt, aber dann hat er angeblich hier die Tasche gefunden. Naja.
The inside is all wet, slimy. My rosary is here, and so is my pen. But everything else is gone. Nikolay must have known the whole time where my bag was. Which means he has my Bible as well. Or it's Victoria who has it. I didn't turn her against him. It was Nikolay who turned Victoria against me. Maybe it's all part of a wicked plot against me. All she had to do was drag me to this place and put me on the stage like a puppet. And now they are just pulling the strings. They make me sleep in this house. They take my Bible and hide my bag. She disappears. And now he's doing the same. Nikolay is trying to disappear.
Drag me to hell. Raus mit dir. Hier ist doch jemand. Speichern. Innenhof. Fortsetzen. Victoria hat ein Secret, ne? Victoria's Secret. Dornen.
They're withered and woven all over the fence. They probably surround the whole house like a cursed crown.
Oder wie Dornröschen. Tür.
Nikolay!
I was checking something.
Really? On the ground, between the leaves, and behind the house. Stop this madness. Who's there?
Calm down.
Why are you doing this to me?
Benedekt, listen to me.
No, I've listened to your lies in the house. Now you should listen to me.
All right. I'm all ears.
Mir ist klar, dass das, was ihr beide tut, schon Monate vor dieser verdammten Reise begonnen hat.
It's clear to me that what the two of you are doing goes way back, months before this damn journey.
What are you talking about?
Let me explain.
Wie würdest du diese Stadt beschreiben? Würdest du sagen, es ist ein verborgenes Juwel in den Bergen? Wo ist meine Bibel? Fangen wir erst mit der Stadt an.
How would you describe this town? Would you say it's a hidden gem in the mountains?
Well, it is alluring, isn't it?
To whom? The gem in the mountains were her words. That's how Victoria tried to convince me to go on this journey with the two of you. And when I refused, what did she do? She went to my superior, Father Imre, and claimed Sveti Kotar is a work of God. She convinced him, so I had to go. But I never believed those words. And God knows I was right to do so. We all saw the truth the moment we arrived in this town.
You mean the ritual on the square? I found it fascinating.
Wo ist meine Bibel?
Where's my Bible?
Again with this question? You must have lost it somewhere. But don't worry, you can probably get a new one in town.
I don't want a new one. I want exactly that Bible, because it is mine. It was given to me by my father. And no one else except me is allowed to carry it, or even just touch it. Not my sister, not you, not even Father Imre.
I know. Calm down. Victoria told me this a long time ago.
This journey, this house, the disappearances, it's all part of your wicked plot against me.
A plot against you. Can you hear yourself? I'm starting to believe Victoria was right to have doubts about your health.
Darum geht es also auf diese... Sorry, Darum geht es also auf dieser Reise. Ihr wollt mich als Verrückter darstellen, mich in eine Psychiatrieanstalt stecken. Irgendwie schafft das gerade selber, aber egal.
So this is what this journey is all about. You want to make me look crazy, put me in a mental institution.
You got it all wrong. Calm down.
Wrong? You knew the whole time where my bag was. Did Victoria hide my Bible there and then you just grabbed it on your way out? I found something slimy in my bag. Did you drool while stealing my stuff, or was it her?
Benedekt.
And where is she? Is she hiding in the woods? Do you know? Of course you do. She must have told you that I cannot leave this town without her. So why is she hiding from me? Because she knows I can't leave without her, and this just prolongs the agony of being in this damned place. And that's exactly what's going on here. You want to torment me as long as you can. So what you do to be sure I won't leave on my own? You steal my documents from the bag. But you know, before we left, I made her swear on our parents' graves that she would have to take me back to Budapest immediately if I decided so. So no, I'm not crazy. Are the two of you done with me now? Does she need to desecrate our parents' remains?
You certainly made a point here. I wouldn't say you're crazy, but you got it all wrong. How about I tell you what really happened?
Du erwartest, dass ich dir glaube? Nach allem, was passiert ist?
You expect me to believe you after everything that has happened?
We were robbed, Benedekt. When I woke up, my first thought was that you and Victoria stole all my stuff, including my morphine. Then I went down and found your bag behind the dolls. Unlike my own, yours wasn't empty.
So I was right. Victoria put the Bible inside, and you...
No. The only things I found in there are a pen, a rosary, and this.
Sind das menschliche Augen? Du bist derjenige, der hier verrückt ist.
Are those human eyes? You're the one who's crazy here.
30 pig's eyes inside a pig's bowel. Horrible, I agree, but that's why your bag was so slimy.
This is insane. He's lying. And now that he's come closer, I can notice an unpleasant, musty smell on him.
I believe it's what the perpetrator left to mock us. After stealing our stuff, he obviously had a need to leave a mark of his deed.
Und wer ist angeblich unser Täter?
And who's supposedly our perpetrator?
The owner of the tavern, of course.
Why would a man who waited a whole day just to give us the keys of the house do such a thing? And why would he take everything but my rosary and a pen?
I guess because it's the same man who left a dozen of pig's eyes in your bag.
I don't know where he got this bowel, but this story is ridiculous. So how do you explain Victoria's missing bag then? If that man robbed us without taking our bags, where is hers?
Maybe Victoria took it with her.
Mir ist aufgefallen, dass die Decke auf deinem Bett nur auf einer Seite durcheinander ist.
I noticed that the blanket on your bed is wrinkled only on one side. Confess, Victoria didn't sleep at all last night. She took her time to do everything you plotted together, and then she disappeared.
Enough with this crazy idea that this is all about you! I don't know where Victoria is. When I woke up, she wasn't there.
The smell on Nikolay, I just realized. It's the same odor of the wardrobe upstairs. These clothes he's wearing are not his. He must have taken them.
I'm going to get all of our stuff back. Don't worry. You just stay here and wait for Victoria.
What? Wait, no, you shouldn't. Is he going to meet her in town? Or perhaps she's hiding in the woods and waiting for me to leave. What should I do?
I have to move. I need my morphine. What do you want?
Ich komme mit dir, ich warte hier. Ich komme mit, ich warte, ich komme mit. Ich komme mit dir.
I'm going with you.
Think about your sister. If you follow me, once she comes back, she'll find an empty house.
We
Schreib
can
einen
leave a
Zettel.
note.
What about your Bible?
That's what I've been asking you from the moment you saw me today. Where is it?
So, you really don't have it. You're not as methodical as I thought you were.
Was willst du damit sagen? Um Gottes Willen. Nein, ich habe sie wirklich nicht. Was willst du damit sagen?
What are you trying to say?
Your Bible's in the cabinet upstairs. I didn't touch it. I swear.
Where? How would you know if you didn't put it there?
I was searching for my pills when I found it among that pile of frogs.
Why didn't you tell me until now?
I thought you found it after I went downstairs. It's all right. Just go take it and then we can leave together.
You should have said something. If that is the truth, if it's really there, you desecrated it by leaving it among those carcasses. That pile is the only place I didn't search. I have to be sure he's not lying this time.
Benedekt, don't make me wait too long.
Okay, ab nach oben.
I've heard this dreaded sound too many times in my life.
Haufen Frische.
Frogs and more. I didn't touch them before. How did they fall out? There's something buried beneath. It looks like it must be. My Bible. This would never have happened if. Decided to come in?
Nikolay, bist du es, Victoria? Nikolay?
Nikolay? For God's sake, answer me! I must get out of here before it's too late.
Dann speichern wir mal einfach schnell nochmal ab. Schnell. Wir haben einen Pen, damit können wir vielleicht die Tür öffnen.
It's not going to work.
Bibel, Rosenkranz. Bücher, Werkbank. Werkbank hatten wir schon untersucht. Figuren. Sollen wir nach unten gehen? Einfach so aus Spaß.
This makes me wonder. Are all the
Wir haben ja gespeichert. Da hat jemand die Puppe. War das vorher auch schon so? Dass da jemand die
mother
Puppe.
used to have a similar. I can still hear it.
Nichts da. Okay.
What do you want? I don't know if that was Nikolay. It's so dark in there. Trying again to disappear? I cannot stay in this house. I have to go into town and try to find Victoria. Maybe that was her. Maybe it was Nikolay. Or maybe it was a stranger. God, I don't know. I don't know what's happening, but I have to leave.
Nee, wir gucken jetzt erst noch mal in die Türchen ein.
I'd need a key to see what's hiding behind it.
Haben wir nicht. So, und hier der Boden. Wo war der Boden? Da ist der Boden.
What was Nikolay doing here? Just leaves. Stirred, thrown aside, piled. My identity document. And Nikolay's too. Maybe he hid everything here.
Okay.
It doesn't make any sense. Why would he hide our documents here? Why his own?
Wir haben beide Dokumente. Nochmal Boden hier.
I already checked everything here.
So, irgendwas, was wir noch übersehen. Erstmal nicht.
My ID. Issued in 1982 by the People's Republic of Hungary.
Mhm. Zwei Wege. Ene, mene, mu. Und da ist der linke Schuh. Hier haben wir auch noch einen Weg. Oder ist mal in die Hütte? Oder ist das schon die Stadt? Doppelklick ist nicht schneller rennen.
Someone just moved from that window. They might have seen who entered the house. Maybe they have some information about Victoria. I have to ask.
Gefallener Engel Michael, ne?
The owner doesn't seem to care. I can't. It felt like my spine was going to burst out of my back.
Klack, klack, klack. So. Ist aber nicht gedämmt hier. Baum.
A dead tree with an engraving.
Ja.
Who keeps a dead tree?
Da ist die
By
Grabur.
the look of it, I'd say it was made a long time ago. There are 4 letters divided by a cross. V, K, J, and P. This engraving could be the only reason why the tree is being artificially kept alive.
Das glaube ich auch. Wir schauen uns die Vase an.
It looks just like the one on the other side of the door. This one is holding a withered plant.
Was mit der Vase?
It's held by a small angel and filled with the stench of death. There's a piece of rotting flesh inside this.
Okay. Wir versuchen jetzt erstmal höflich an der Tür zu klopfen.
You don't mind me trying to lift up your beautiful angel. It shouldn't be left neglected like that.
Nochmal klopfen. Sehr leise.
We arrived last night. You probably heard us. A woman and I had a loud quarrel in front of the neighboring house. I'm looking for her.
Sie wohnen so nah, dass sie wohl oft in den Wald gehen. Ich habe ein Haus gefunden, das mitten im Wald war, so ein Ferienhaus. Du musst zu deinem Haus gehen, also du musst durch den Wald zu deinem Haus und umgekehrt. Irgendwann nach unserer Ankunft, vielleicht sogar während der Nacht, hat sie das Haus verlassen. Nehmen wir das mit dem Haus verlassen.
At some point after we arrived, maybe even during the night, she left the house and hasn't returned. Have you seen that woman? Maybe she never left. I don't know. Living so close, I suppose you visit the woods often? Ever venture in? Is it safe? Did you see anyone going into the woods a short time ago? I didn't want to pester you.
Okay, was geht jetzt noch? Was?
This was a mistake. I apologize. I should never...
Was? well. 9-4 Stand. Well. So. Ich will nochmal dahin.
I'm not going back there.
Schade. Dann gehen wir mal, weil er die ganze Zeit vom Wald erzählt hat, in den Wald hinein. Hänsel und Gretel führten sich im Wald. Es war stockfinster und auch so bitterkalt. Sie kamen an ein Häuschen.
If that was her in the house, maybe I should just try to draw her out.
Ist es das, was du im Sinn hattest, als du gesagt hast, wie hast du diese Reise genannt? Fragst du dich, wie sich unsere Eltern jetzt fühlen? Was ist mit der Reise?
Is that what you had in mind when you said, what did you call this journey? Ah yes, a gift for the soul and the mind. Now I understand what you meant. You want me to go insane, put me away in an institution for life. But why? Hiding in the shadows won't do any good for anyone. Come out and talk to me. Do you wonder how our parents feel now? True, Father always detested you, so I doubt he's surprised. But Mother, didn't she suffer enough in life? By doing this, you're torturing everyone. Not just me. Nothing. Just silence.
Weiter
I should
rein.
leave.
Okay, wie man in den Wald hineinruft, so schallt es nicht heraus. Dann haben wir noch einen Weg.
And so I descended into the valley of the shadow of death, oblivious of what this decision meant. Meanwhile, Nikolay was already walking there.
Huh. She was right. This town really is a hidden gem. One that should have been buried so deeply as to never been found. Well, we're here now. So let's hear what our perpetrator has to say.
Ja. Stadtplatz. Was haben wir denn hier alles? Eine Statue. Die gucken wir uns als erstes an. Das ist die Stadt Lebensbaum.
A priest with a dagger in his hand.
Mhm.
The inscription says it's even Kotar,
Ja.
the patron saint of the town, who lived from 1159 to 1218. The patron saint.
Even Kotar. Und das Spiel heißt Saint Kotar. Bildüberreste. Bildnisüberreste.
Everything that's left of that tall figure, the inhabitants set on fire last night.
Jetzt frage ich mich. Ich bin ein Stadtkind. Aber da gibt es auch noch diesen Strohpit. Nee, was verbrennt man immer? Diesen Stroh. Der hat auch einen Namen. Oder ist es hier so eine Art Bücherverbrennung oder so, wie bei Equilibrium. Schild.
Souvenirnitsa Lamdiak. Souvenirnitsa Lamdiak.
Okay, dann gehen wir mal dahin. Souvenir. Wie war das?
You should go into the tavern.
Oh, hello there.
Hello, lady.
Dann gehen wir in die Taverne. So, was könnte die Taverne sein? Hier mit dem Schild. Das sieht nach einer Post aus, nach einem Café, nach dem Rathaus und das muss die Taverne sein.
Gorski.
Gorski. Jo. Nettes Ambiente. So, was haben wir denn hier alles? Reihe von Porträts.
They all portray the same person with a distinctive small-sized head, hidden behind a thick layer of mist.
Mhm. Noch ein Porträt.
A woman's portrait? Hard to tell.
Der Schweinekopf interessiert mich am meisten.
It was poorly embalmed, as several parts have already started to decay.
Okay, Baum.
A mock-up of a strange tree with red spiked leaves and upward branches.
Glühende Kohlen.
The only thing that makes this place look barely decent.
Die Axt im Haus erspart den Zimmermann.
Given the situation, you might need it.
Leave it.
Als erstes, wieso ist da eine Axt? Ich gehe mal davon aus, dass die meinten, vor allen Dingen auch hier vorne. Also, wie soll ich anfangen? Die Taverne, da sind meistens Betrunkene. Die Betrunkenen sind nicht immer gerade die klügsten Leute. Und die sind ein bisschen, manchmal so ein bisschen gereizter, wenn sie betrunken sind. Dann lasse ich doch keine Axt da irgendwo schön vor dem Kamin stehen, sondern ich hätte die irgendwo weggepackt. Ich verstehe schon, dass man da, und die Scheite kann man auch hinten irgendwo lagern. Und dann kann man die spalten und ab ins Feuer werfen. Oder hat er Angst, dass die dann irgendwelche Sachen klauen? Vor allen Dingen kannst du dich auch verteidigen mit der Axt hin. Aber vor allen Dingen kommt dann irgendwie so ein Fremder und versucht die Axt zu nehmen. Und dann, jo, ist okay, lass es einfach mal. Zugemauertes Fenster.
Huh. There are several slips of paper in the fissures between bricks. Let's read one.
Also eine Art Klagemauer oder sowas?
Voices are louder, shadows have forms. Oh God, have mercy on me, for I fear the thing that possesses me. Fascinating. Is this a wall of prayers?
Ich nehme das Hackball.
Right in front of his eyes.
Ja, natürlich. Messer.
A set of butchering knives, poorly cleaned and partly rusted.
Davor. Der ist davor. So, gucken wir uns die Lampe an. Und die Spalte gleich.
Strange lamp. It has an unusually long hook.
Okay, Spalte.
It's barely noticeable, but a shiny object's in there.
Ich glaube, dafür brauchen wir gleich die Lampe.
Don't know what it is. Can't reach it.
Da müssen wir den wahrscheinlich ablenken. Was mit dem da ist, weiß ich auch noch nicht. Hey, Manni. Mann.
Can you hear me?
Ihn anstupsen, ihn in Ruhe lassen. Ihn anstupsen.
No reactions.
Dann reden wir mit davor.
Daver.
Hey, Nikolay. Welcome to my tavern.
A nice place you have here. Congratulations.
Told you. You should have come in last night.
Ich bin neugierig. Hältst du dich für einen Tierpräparator?
I'm curious. Do you consider yourself a taxidermist?
A what?
Taxidermist. A person who preserves dead animals for the purpose of being put on display.
Oh, no. It's because of that head over there. No. That's just an exception. I loved that pig.
So that one had the privilege of a quick death.
He died of natural causes. Why?
Do you remember telling me last night about your procedure? You vividly described the sounds, the scents, the images.
Now that you mention, I recall saying something, but it's what I do. Gotta feed the guests.
Schön und gut. Und wie verpflegst du dich?
Fair enough. And how do you feed yourself?
With love from people of this friendly community. What do you think?
No nightly hunting activities?
Oh, be our guest. Wait for the night and then go into the woods. Hear the silence and hunt. The nothingness.
But you were taking a nap when I arrived, and you looked tired. Suppose you didn't get much sleep last night.
Wrong presumption, my friend. I went to bed the moment you left. You know, the wine we had and all. Why are you asking all these strange questions?
I'm just worried about you. Let me show you something. I think you'll find it interesting.
Das können das können wir ihm geben.
What's that?
I'm the one who should be confused here. Why the number 30? Does it have a special meaning? Those eyes are the only proof I have. You see, someone took everything we had and left 30 pig's eyes in one of our bags.
Unbelievable. How did this happen?
Hast du eine Ahnung, wer unser Mann sein könnte? Der Feigling, der das getan hat, hat die Nacht ausgenutzt. Ich finde das schön, dass hier durchgebrochen ist oder weggebrochen oder einfach verfault. Naja, hast du eine Ahnung?
Do you have any idea who our guy might be?
Oh, I don't. No, people around here are hungry, weak, misguided. It could be anyone. Even the priest. Especially the priest.
I think it could be someone who collects pig's eyes.
You think?
Der Feigling, der das getan hat, hat die Nacht
The coward who
ausgenutzt.
did that took advantage of the night.
You don't say.
And he knew we were heavily dazed by the wine you gave us. Must have watched us the whole time on the square.
But your wife didn't drink at all. She said it tasted like human blood. She didn't see him?
I wasn't aware that she didn't drink the wine. Maybe she saw him. I don't know yet.
Die Prozedur, die du gestern Abend beschrieben hast. Ich bekomme sie nicht aus meinem Kopf.
The procedure you described last night. I can't get it out of my head.
Which part exactly?
All of it. The agonizing shrieks, the scent of liquids, the images of piles of gouged eyes. How can you enjoy that?
What can I say? The more they suffer, the better the food. Is that the reason? Why are you worried about me?
No, not really. What worries me is the peculiar coincidence that both the perpetrator and you knew about our impaired condition and the house we were staying. And you both have a very particular fixation for pig's eyes.
What are the odds?
Lass uns aufhören, uns etwas vorzumachen, mein Freund. Glaubst du, er könnte zurückkehren und diesmal etwas Schreckliches antun? Das untere.
Do you think he could return? Do something terrible to us this time?
Definitely.
He surely must be aware that I and my brother-in-law are in the service of God.
So? Not everyone's part of the herd. Or are you saying that because you believe, God will help you?
No, but you can.
You should leave now.
Kannst du mir helfen, mein Morphin zu finden? Wir kommen auch ohne den Rest unserer Sachen zurecht.
Can you help me find my morphine? We can do just fine without the rest of our stuff.
If you value your lives, leave. If not, stay. Take your chances. You know, like our prophet always says.
This town's hanging loosely on the edge of hell.
Moise, there you are. Thought you were still crawling your way up from the grave.
Your friend here interrupted that.
Oh yeah, he surely said a lot of disturbing things. He even thought I'm a taxidermist because of your crippled state.
That is not the truth.
God has taken away many things, but hearing is not one of them. You mind if I take over? I can help him.
Sure, if you say so.
Dann gehen wir mal zu ihm hier. Moise.
So, how can you help me?
You first.
I don't understand. First me what?
What's so special about that morphine of yours?
Don't you know already? Aren't you a prophet?
I am. But I want to hear it from you. See if you deserve my help.
Ich habe diese Kopfschmerzen. Sie sind wie ein Sturm.
I have these headaches. It's like storms.
See, that's a lie.
I'm having one from the moment I woke up. It's unbearable. It's frightening. But I keep it to myself.
Still not the truth. But what I really asked is, why do you want exactly?
Aber was ich wirklich gefragt habe.
I'm not a local. Where would I find morphine in this, like you call it, place at the edge of hell?
Nikolay, what's so special about them? I want to know that.
Meine Frau hat sie mir gegeben.
My wife gave them to me.
Ah, finally some truth.
And the pouch where they were placed in. I need both back.
What if she's the perpetrator? You said it yourself. You didn't know that she didn't drink the wine. Maybe you don't know.
No, that's not possible. She wouldn't... Are you going to help me or not?
Like I said, you first.
Ich habe dir schon gesagt, was du wissen wolltest.
I already told you what you wanted to know.
That was nothing. First, you help me, and then I'll help you.
Wie mache ich das? Führt das irgendwo hin? Wie mache ich das?
How do I do that?
By doing something.
And you have an idea who our perpetrator is? It shouldn't be hard.
Let's say I might use the elimination method to get to it.
What do you want?
The truth about October 28.
That was yesterday. Is this about my wife? Again?
No. It's about what this town did and is still doing. What did you see last night on the square?
Ich musste gerade den 28. Oktober notieren. Vielleicht lade ich das sogar dann hoch. Ich find's lustig. Sag du es mir. Was war das? Die Leute beteten zusammen, sangen, läuten ihre Glocken und steckten dann das Bildnis in Brand. Sag du es mir.
You tell me. What was that?
The locals say it's a celebration of life. I say it's a centuries-old celebration of lies.
Celebration of lies?
Patience. You'll get to it. Go out and find out all you can about October 28.
You want me to ask people what they know? Why, if all they know are lies?
Correct. You'll show me that lie, and then I'll tell you the truth. And only then I'll tell you what really happened last night.
Ich werde es tun. Bewege dich nicht, ich brauche nicht lange. Wen sollte ich fragen? Warum sagst du mir nicht die Wahrheit? Ich werde es tun.
I'll do it. Don't you move. It won't take me long.
Remember, the truth is always painful. Sometimes even horrible.
Speichern. 2.8 Oktober. Wir haben heute den 20. Zum heute haben wir den 20. bei Beginn der Aufzeichnung. Heute zeichnen wir auf, das ist der 20. Oktober. 20. Oktober ist heute, denn ich zeichne auf. Ich rede manchmal wirres Zeug.
It's a waste of time talking to him.
Ich dachte, ich muss wegen Fragen hier Eingang.
It leads into a gloomy back room.
28. Oktober ist wichtig. So. So viel Rätsel ist hier gar nicht. Bis jetzt labern wir nur mit Leuten rum. Das kenne ich nur von Fenster. Gucken wir mal rein.
Have no intention to peek inside like a lunatic.
Ich rede hier von japanischen Spielen. So, wohin geht's da? Sagte, ich gehe nicht wieder zurück.
Not going back now.
Dachte ich mir. So, Schild.
Despite being unreadable, it reveals this is some kind of municipal building.
Grotesk. Hm?
Sculpted figures of priests. They all look like they're staring at you.
Hinein.
Makes sense. You could ask about the things you need to learn about October 28th.
Ja.
Silence. Seems no one's inside.
Okay, was ist hier
Have
für...
no time to wander aimlessly through empty spaces.
Gut.
Have no time.
Das Café können wir nicht anklicken. Weiter rein können wir nicht. Das heißt also, uns bleibt noch die Dame hier unten.
Hello again, lady.
I knew you'd come eventually. Please, feel free to have a look around. And if you need anything, just ask.
Sie wusste, dass ich wieder zurückkomme. Okay. Souvenir Nietzsche. Souvenir Nietzsche. Davignac. Übrigens, Ungarisch ist näher an der finnischen Sprache als zum Beispiel der slawischen Sprache. Ach, guck mal hier, der maskierte Magier. Kennt ihn jemand noch? Regale, gucken wir uns mal an.
Miniatures of medieval torture chairs and church bells. There's lots of stuff on. There's lots of
Stuff.
There's lots of stuff.
Nochmal Regale. Wie er vorgeht.
Mountain animal figurines and dirty tankards.
Einbalsamierte Kreatur. Einbalsamierte Kreatur.
Ugh, looks like a strange salamander. Eyeless.
Masken.
Fair imitations of medieval executioner masks. Fair imitation.
So. Radio.
An old radio receiver.
Viele Traumfänger. Kann das mal auch ausmachen? Das nervt gerade. Dann haben wir uns alles angeschaut. Oh, winziger Baum.
It's blood red and growing out of a woman's head. Fascinating idea.
Auch die Dame rothaarig ist, oder was? Dame?
Excuse me?
Yes?
Could you turn that off? I need to talk to you.
Sure. Just a moment.
Aber eigentlich Ruhe. Das sind Souvenirs. Obwohl eigentlich das auch geil ist, einfach so ein Dorf zu machen, was komplett gruselig ist und dann Souvenire da zu verkaufen. Man muss sich auch ein bisschen abheben. Was können Sie mir über den 28. Oktober sagen?
What can you tell me about October 28?
Wait a minute. I know you. You were here last night. You dragged your sister away from me.
I didn't drag my wife away. I gently asked her to join our company.
Oh, it didn't look that way.
I don't want to sound rude, but can we please go back to my question?
Sure. How can I help?
Erzählen Sie mir vom 28. Oktober. Ich bitte um eine Entschuldigung, meine Dame, ich muss gehen. 28. Oktober, los!
Tell me about October 28.
Oh, it's a graceful and dreadful day for the town. Certainly the most important one. The story goes way back to the Middle Ages. A time when the fate of Sabr was in the hands of a single man. Eventually, only centuries later, that man became the patron saint of this beautiful little gem.
Kotar.
That's correct. Even Kotar, a priest of the town back in the days.
Sie haben das Mittelalter und einen seltsamen Namen erwähnt. Wie lautet er noch einmal?
You mentioned the Middle Ages and a strange name. What was it again?
Sorry, but something's bothering me. You said you didn't drag your wife away.
I said that.
But I remember you pulling her violently to the side, and then making her drink wine from that lurid bottle.
Das ist nicht das, was passiert ist. Und sie hat diesen Wein überhaupt nicht getrunken. Ich habe sie sanft zu mir gezogen. Nimm mal das Erste. Einfach alles ablehnen.
That's not what happened. And she didn't drink that wine at all.
You sure?
I am. She said it tasted like blood.
Maybe I got it all wrong. Or maybe she did something wrong, and you had all the right to act like that. But she looks so easy to scare. Weak and vulnerable. Like a butterfly.
She also tends to fly away from me when around people. It's not polite at all.
Nun, ich habe sie nach diesem seltsamen Namen
Now,
gefragt.
I asked you about that strange name.
Yes, Sabr. The old name of the town. Ancient. Some stories tell it predates even Christianity itself.
How's Sabor related to October 28?
That name was forbidden, and it still is. Forbidden by the same entity which, ironically enough, never recognized the new name. Oh, it's a long story.
Ich wäre Ihnen dankbar, wenn Sie erzählen könnten. Kurz und knapp. Erzählen Sie mir von der Instanz, die den Namen verboten hat. Das interessiert mich mehr.
Tell me about the entity that forbid the name.
Let me just... You know, I apologize, but my thoughts wandered back again. Where's Victoria now?
I don't know! Could you stop asking me stupid questions and just tell me what I need to know? Can you do that? What's wrong with you people? How should I know where she is?
I'm sorry. She's not with you, and I thought...
Just stop wandering anywhere with your thoughts. And be so kind to turn that thing dead this time. It's driving me crazy.
I thought it would make you feel positive, like it makes me.
Und jetzt sagen Sie mir bitte, meine Dame. Das war's. Vielleicht habe ich überreagiert. Beachten Sie es gar nicht. Es war eine stressige Nacht. Also, Entschuldigung.
I may have overreacted. Don't mind me. It was a stressful night.
I've warned Victoria about that house. I suppose you couldn't get any sleep.
The opposite. I was trapped inside a dream. Please, you were about to tell me.
October 28th is the day when Ivan Kotar died.
Don't you celebrate life on that day?
The town glorifies the ending moment of Kotar's long sacrifice for our ancestors, and thus life for us all.
You sure there's truth in that? Seems like a strange ritual.
Personally, I'm not sure. I don't believe everything they say, except for the way Kotar died.
Sie haben meine Aufmerksamkeit. Wie ist er gestorben?
You got my attention. How did he die?
Apologies, I don't know how this happened. It's turned off. He was beheaded by the Vatican's emissaries.
Why?
I guess that's what they did back then to heretics. I don't know. I'm not the right person to talk to about the past.
If you're not the right person, then I won't take any more of your time. Thank you. You've been more than helpful.
Ist dieses Radio eine Anspielung auf Silent Hill oder sowas? Oder? So.
And lady.
Yes.
Warum machen Sie das Radio nicht wieder an? Nichts, einfach gehen. Radio.
Why don't you turn that radio back on? Shouldn't have listened to me in the first place.
It's all right.
So, speichern, 28. Oktober, überschreiben, yep. Speichern, Spiel fortsetzen, Kamera einschalten. So. Können wir da lang gehen? Hier geht's.
Indistinct children's voices are coming from wherever this path leads to. Might go there later. Now, go talk to Moisa.
Dachte ich mir gerade auch, weil es gibt nur eine Person, die ich befragen konnte. Ist es eine Lüge oder nicht? Wurde der Kotar hingerichtet vom Vatikan? Getötet, meine ich. Umgebracht. Wie man es auch nennen mag. In Ruhe lassen. Ich habe den 28. gefahren.
I've learned about October 28.
It's what you had to do.
What do you want now?
Have patience. I've almost reached the light.
Was?
He must have left moments after I went into the house. And yes, he left. He lied again. But this rules him out. Someone else was inside the house. I'm not going back. Not before I'm convinced that was Victoria who disappeared into the woods. Maybe I should talk to the shopkeeper and ask if she saw her.
Sollen wir wieder zurückfragen? Fragen wir nochmal. Achso, das ist jetzt unser Kollege Benedekt. Gucken wir uns mal nochmal die Regale an, was sagt er dazu?
These torture chairs and bells are really something. Created faithfully down to the smallest detail.
So, dann haben wir hier noch diese seltsame Kreatur einbalsamiert.
snake-like body, undeveloped eyes. What is this creature down here?
That's a human fish. An endemic species of cave salamanders. Found living only in this part of Europe. They live underground, in permanently dark habitats. But unfortunately, no one has ever seen one in our vicinity. Why?
Just curious.
Masken.
The executioner masks the crowd was wearing last night. They look genuinely old and terrifying.
Radio.
It's a miracle this thing is still working.
Baum.
An ornamental tree placed inside the pot in the form of a severed woman's head. Morbid.
Frau.
Madam?
Hello there. Please, take a... Do I know you?
Ich bitte um Verzeihung. Wir sind uns noch nicht begegnet. Wir sind noch nie. Wir sind uns noch nie begegnet. Ich bitte um Verzeihung.
I apologize.
Achso.
Madam?
Kann ich das nochmal machen? I apologize.
Oh, it's you. You know, I'm still asking myself who you are.
We've never met before.
I feel like we did. You remember me. My name's Ida.
Hallo.
No, madam, I've never been in this town before.
You all right?
How should I ask about Victoria?
Wo sind alle? Sie müssen mich entschuldigen. Wo sind alle?
Where is everyone?
Everyone who?
This square was brimming last night. Where's everyone today?
Sorry. You got me confused. I'm still convinced I've seen you before. But if I did, then... You know, that is a strange question you're asking because in this town, everyone knows where everyone else is.
Okay. Aber gestern hätten wir uns rein theoretisch treffen können, wenn wir alle auf diesem Fest waren. Naja. Und wo wäre das?
And where would that be?
In the church or behind their own walls and windows. You really are a stranger. Incredible. But at least you're here now. It's the outsiders that never visit us who are at a loss. Did you see the big fire last night? Oh, that's what I mean. Who could miss such a beauty?
Those people, their gazes and voices. Horrible.
And did you see the people? Everyone spoke and breathed as one spirit. I simply adore the town's day. That's what you've been expecting to see again today, right? But I'm afraid it only happens once a year.
Actually, today I was hoping to find a woman, but since you're mentioning last night, let me just ask you first. Father Imre had no idea into what kind of place Victoria was about to take me. This could be my only chance before leaving to get some details about the town for him.
So, I'm listening.
Ich frage mich gerade, sie betreibt ein Souvenirgeschäft. Und Souvenirs gehen meistens an Leute weg, die fremd sind. Also sprich, die die Stadt besuchen, weil so Touristen sind, die auf jeden Fall nicht einheimisch sind. Also würde ich sagen. Man kann natürlich auch einheimische Souvenirs verkaufen. Kennt man ja, wenn man ich komme ja aus der Nähe von Köln. Und wenn man in Köln ist, dann kauft man ab und zu so ein paar Freuden über Köln, sage ich mal so. Dann hängt man sich den Kölner Dom an die Wand. Oder was anderes, was es in Köln gibt. Weil man ist man sozusagen stolz drauf, dass man da lebt und arbeitet und geboren ist. Keine Ahnung was. Das heißt, eigentlich müsste dann alles ihre komischen Skulpturen an Einheimische verkaufen, weil sie war sehr überrascht, sie gesagt hat, sie sind wirklich ein Fremder. Was ist mit den Masken, die sie hier haben? Welche Bedeutung haben die Robe und die Glöckchen um die Taille? Die Glöckchen um die Taille.
What's the meaning of the robe and the bells around its waist?
The inhabitants of this town regard themselves as Kotar's disciples. And so, they dress like the Seven Ones. You saw the grotesques on that building? It's them. They are the sacred 7 disciples of Eve on Kotar.
Aber warum waren gestern Abend alle so angezogen? Was hat das zu bedeuten?
But why was everyone dressed like that last night? What does it mean?
The appearance of the robe strikes fear into evil beings, while the noises of the bells tortures them. At least that's what they believe.
Was ist mit den Masken, die sie hier haben?
What about these masks you have here?
The executioner mask? What about them?
Last night, every single person was wearing one.
Oh, because they're mandatory. Every inhabitant gets one the day they are born.
Warum?
Why?
Because there are still people who believe these masks repel, ward off evil beings from one's soul. No one's allowed to take part in the ritual on the town's day without a mask and a robe. And no one's allowed not to take part because it glorifies the life of our patron saint.
Was? Wer sind die bösen Wesen, die Sie erwähnt haben? Gestern Abend waren Sie die einzige Person auf dem Platz ohne die Ornamente. Sie haben nicht an dem Ritual teilgenommen. Fragezeichen. Sie glauben, dass eine Maske Sie schützen kann? Erstmal hier, also haben Sie sich doch irgendwie kennengelernt mit den Ornamenten.
Last night, you were the only person on the square without the ornaments. You didn't participate in the ritual?
That's right. I never participate. It's too bizarre for me. Everyone respects that, so they allow me not to take part.
Sagt die Frau, die diesen ganzen Klimpatsch da hier auch verkauft. Naja. Wer sind die bösen Wesen? Sie sind, die Sie erwähnt haben. Schon wieder verkehrt gesprochen, aber ja.
Who are the evil beings you mentioned?
I don't know. I guess anyone can be evil, right? But if they're really among us, then they are in hiding.
Sie glauben, dass eine Maske Sie schützen kann?
You believe a mask can protect you?
A mask and a strong faith in God. That's what people truly believe for centuries already. The things I said could sound strange. I guess even scary for a stranger. But believe me, I have never felt or seen anything but love in Sveti Kotar.
I don't believe you. I needed just one night to feel and see quite the opposite.
Wait a minute. How do you know I didn't wear any ornaments?
I saw you talking to a woman, the one I said I was looking for earlier.
All right. Can I help you with that?
Hey, haben Sie sie heute gesehen?
Did you see her today?
Who is she? I talked to a lot of people yesterday, and many didn't show their faces.
She's scrawny, has short brown hair, and wears glasses, and she wore a coat.
So just like you, and not a local. Wait, you mean Victoria?
Ja. Noch eine Fremde, glaube ich. Ist das so schwer? Wenn die sich doch alle kennen und Fremde so, dann muss man fallen die doch auf wie so ein bunter Hund. Die trägt einen Code, so wie Kotar. Sorry für den Wortwitz. Aber ich weiß nicht, könnte sein. Haben Sie sie gesehen?
I don't know. Could be. Did you see her?
I did, yesterday. Why?
What about today? You sure she didn't pass by?
I don't know. You know, as soon as no one's around, I tend to get lost in this book of mine. But wait a minute. If Victoria passed by, I'd know that, believe me. She would have said hi at least.
I have a feeling she's lying.
She's a good friend of mine.
Like I said, a friend? They talked only for a half an hour last night.
Why are you looking for her?
Sie hat einfach keine Freundin, deswegen ist schon eine halbe Stunde an Gespräch schon sozusagen eine Freundschaft aufgebaut, würde ich behaupten. Ich wollte gestern Abend mit ihr sprechen, aber dann habe ich sie in der Menge verloren.
I wanted to talk to her last night, but then she got lost in the crowd.
Oh, but I still don't understand. Why do you want to talk to her? Do you know her?
Maybe I do. I'm not sure. I need to...
Schwester?
You should have someone take a look at you.
I need to... How do you breathe in this place?
Why?
I think it's the fog. It's like it's trying to grind my lungs to pieces.
That's horrible and strange. But I guess it's a good thing you're just visiting then. The fog never leaves this valley.
I was trying to say I need to find that woman and talk to her, and then I can leave this place forever.
It still bothers me. If you're just visiting, where have I seen you before?
Maybe I should ask for directions. If Victoria is somewhere around here, I don't know where to look for her.
Okay, Dampfbad ist eigentlich ganz cool. Das reinigt wirklich alles. Wohin könnte ein Fremder in dieser Stadt gehen?
Where could a stranger possibly go in this town?
I thought you said you wanted to leave. Oh, sorry. You want to find Victoria? Well, I don't know. I guess you could. This is a small town, but very old, ancient. There are a lot of interesting places one might visit.
Okay.
If she's still here, and if she's sightseeing right now, then I don't know. It's hard to tell. Explore the town. Just stay away from the forest and the mountains.
Warum?
Why?
For one thing, you won't find Victoria there if she didn't ignore my advice. But also, listen. Can you guess what it is?
Ich bin mir nicht sicher, sagen Sie es mir, Lügen. Das Summen von Insekten. Für mich hört sich das eher an wie Morsezeichen. Das Summen von Insekten?
A hum of insects?
Nocturnal insects, yes. Oh, you're the first person to answer correctly. How'd you know? Anyway, years back, after I started working in our little family shop, I heard this sound for the first time. And it never went away. It never stops, not for a moment, day or night. Not that I'm complaining, really. It helps me block the outside world and stay positive. But isn't it weird?
Ich habe so ein bisschen, kennt ihr den Film White Noise? Es gibt, glaube ich, White Noise 1 und 2. Ich habe danach nicht weitergeguckt, weil der zweite Teil leider immer so schlecht ist. Und den ersten fand ich ganz okay. Ich mochte ja sehr viele Horrorfilme. Mittlerweile so ein bisschen verloren, weil halt ist irgendwie... Generell habe ich schon viele Filme geschaut. Und für mich ist da nichts Neues oder nichts Aufregendes dabei, aber... ja, wie hängt das zusammen? Warum sollten wir in den Wald und dem Berg fernbleiben?
How's this sound related? Why should we stay away from the forest and the mountain?
There's a decree in force. It forbids anyone to visit the forest of Carcassonne or the mountain of Udev.
A decree?
The proof of faith. Every person, no matter whether being a local or a visitor, must abide by its words or suffer the consequences. But if you ask me, I don't know the reason they're forbidden. Because I keep asking myself, if the forest is really dead, like they say it is, then where's the sound coming from? It's not a radio signal.
Also, sie hat jetzt einfach keinen Sendersuchlauf gemacht, sondern jetzt White Noise, also Hintergrundrauschen einfach gemacht und sagen, woher kommen diese Geräusche her? Ach, egal. Weil alles irgendwo schwingen ist und alles wird so ein bisschen übertragen und das wird dann empfangen. Fertig ist es. Und das wird einfach in Töne wiedergegeben. Es gibt auch von der NASA, wie sich der Weltraum anhört. Natürlich ist es eigentlich still, aber man hat versucht, dieses Hintergrundrauschen vom Weltraum in hörbare Signale umzuwandeln. Dann hört sich es ein bisschen seltsam an. Naja. Da müssen sie wohl auf Band aufgenommen haben.
You must have it recorded on
Geil.
tape then.
No, what? His radio doesn't even have a slot for that.
Then it's a radio signal. What else could it be?
Look behind you, in the far distance.
Why should I?
Just trying to explain.
Umdrehen. Ich will nicht. Umdrehen.
If you focus your sight well enough, there behind the clouds of fog, you'll see a massive rock. That rock is just part of the insurmountable wall that surrounds this town.
So you're trying to suggest it's not possible for the sound to be coming from a place beyond. I doubt that.
At Zudov, the mountain I mentioned before, it devours anything that tries to come our way. And this town doesn't have stations of any kind, because we're stuck in the past. So it can't be a local radio signal either. I'm convinced the source of this sound is located somewhere deep inside the forest.
Okay, wenn Sie das glauben. Warum glauben Sie das?
What makes you think that?
I feel like I can trust you. You know, I often visit the forest to find these cheerful insects. So far, I haven't been able to locate any of them. And I haven't seen any animals there either. But if you ask me, Carcassonne is far from being dead. It's just a different kind of energy. That's all.
Ein Rad von Energie?
A different kind of energy?
I don't know. But I've been there and nothing bad happened to me. So how do you explain that?
Maybe it did, but she just doesn't know it yet. I should keep away from her. She's strange and didn't help me at all.
Gnädige Frau, ich muss jetzt gehen.
Madam, I have to leave now.
Already?
I really have to go.
Wait, you didn't tell me your name. Maybe it'll help me remember where have I seen you.
Madam, who I am is irrelevant. I just want to be left alone. Excuse me. What should I do now? Maybe I should just follow Nikolay. Eventually he should lead me to Victoria.
Er hat doch gerade sie angelabert, naja. So, Spiel speichern. Stadtplatz. Stadtplatz. Ja, ab in die Bar. Mal sehen, ob wir auch doof gelabert werden. Doof labern. Doof.
I'm not going through that door.
Okay. Schild.
Gorski. It may be the owner's surname.
Die Statue. Ich weiß, dass
Ivan Kotar, Sanctus Patronus. Canonized by the church, and yet not a single word about him in the monastery's books.
In nomine Patri. Schild.
It's barely readable. That must read Sveti Kotar, and that should be the coat of arms of Croatia, the chessboard. This is probably the town hall. Maybe they could help me find Victoria.
Ja, wir schauen uns noch ein bisschen um. Grotesken.
The 7 disciples of Ivan Kotar.
Bildüberreste. Bildnisüberreste, meine ich.
The remains of that armless and legless horror that was set on fire last night in the ritual.
Gut, ab ins Rathaus.
The door's locked, and the building is possibly vacant.
Gut, gehen wir in die
It's
Richtung.
deserted. I don't see a reason to go there now, if only to take the alleyway that leads to the train station, and I can't do that without Victoria.
Dann gehen wir in die Richtung. Wir können gleich nochmal durchs Fenster schauen.
I'd rather not. It's uninviting, and I don't know where it leads to.
Fenster und ansonsten müssen wir nochmal mit der Frau hier reden. Was haben wir sonst noch in der Tasche eigentlich?
Nikolay hasn't moved an inch. He's still standing in front of that handicapped man. Why is he doing that?
Aha.
A shadow has appeared. Again.
Was ist denn Schatten? Wo? Wie lange muss ich noch warten? Schatten wo?
What shadow? Where?
A shape in the darkness.
An apparition?
A man. He's doing nothing. Just staring at me from above.
Then go for the light.
Ich?
Save yourself.
I'm close. The threshold is not that far away.
This is taking an eternity. You should find a way to push him out of there. Wherever he is.
Und jetzt? Ich rede nochmal mit dem
Let's try.
Gebet sprechen.
Judica Domine nocentes me expunia impionantes me. Confundantur et reverantur gerantes animam meam. Evertantur et rosum et confundantur conitantes mihi mala. Viante tanquam pulvisante faciam venti. Et annelos Domini corantan seos.
Ihn anstupsen. Endlich tot.
Moisa? Open your eyes. Talk to me. Like he's not even here.
So, wir haben noch ein paar Sachen hier. Gekannt auf ihn.
The one is not to be shown around.
Schade. Davor? Devur?
It's a waste of time talking to him.
So, kann ich jetzt mal die Lampe hier nehmen? Nee, geht nicht. Schlüssel für.
Unlocks the door in the house we're staying.
Toll.
Exactly 30 pig's eyes inside a pig's bowel.
Kann ich das einfach da hinhängen? Einfach so aufgespießt auf dem Baum.
Think clearly and harder.
Okay, dann verbrennen wir es einfach.
No. It's the only proof you have.
Nehmen wir nochmal die Axt.
Can't do it. Too many eyes watching.
Ich kann auch mit meinen Kollegen da draußen mal reden.
After waiting for so long, not leaving without talking to Moisa.
Achso, der ist eingepennt, müssen wir wecken. Hier.
Pointless.
Ich frage mich gerade, ob ich irgendwo einen Hotspot Knopf habe. Ich speichere mal vorsichtshalber mal ab. Sicher. Was ist denn hier? Hilfe? Ne, zur Hilfe will ich jetzt nicht. Ist Hilfe zum Spiel? Ach, hier. Inventar öffnen, Spiel pausieren mit P. Schnell speichern. Ach so, Escape Spielmenü, Backspace Zwischensequenz. Shift spielen, Charakter wechseln. Leertaste. Interaktive Objekte hervorheben. Aha. Renne zu. Doppelklick auf die rechte Maustaste. Danke. Links Doppel. Ich habe doch letztes Doppelklick gemacht. Ah, okay. Dann war der Doppelklick ein bisschen zu lange. Wir haben mir alles angeguckt. Wir haben Davor, wir haben das Hackebeil gemacht, wir haben die Gebetswand gemacht, den Schweinekopf, den Baum, die glühenden Kohlen, Porträt, Reihe von Porträts, Lampen, Spalt. Versuchen wir noch einmal. Und
Nothing worked. What about that light he mentioned? What could that possibly mean?
Die Lampe hier. Oder
Strange lamp. It has an unusually long hook. Maybe it has something to do with the light Moisa's trying to reach.
aha. Ha.
What happened? Where's the light? What have you done?
Ich entschuldige mich, aber es musste etwas getan werden, um dich zum Reden zu bringen.
I apologize, but something had to be done to get you talking.
You monster!
Why? I just quenched a flame.
Actually, you just mangled a worm.
That wasn't a mere flame. And this is not just a lamp.
Erinnert mich gerade, ich glaube, das war der grüne Power Ranger. Der ist doch irgendwann verstorben, weil so eine Kerze abgebrannt ist. Aber schon zu lang her. Was ist so besonders an dieser Lampe? Diese Flamme war bereits am Verlöschen. Ich habe ihr Elend einfach ein Ende gesetzt. Ihrem Elend einfach ein Ende gesetzt. Was ist das Besondere an der Lampe?
What's so special about this lamp?
You people wouldn't believe what I've seen and felt in that damned place. But I must not forget. I have to go down there each day and relive everything all over again.
Diese Flamme war bereits am Verlöschen.
That flame was already dying out. I just put an end to its misery.
Misery. It didn't cease to shine since that fateful day. Not for a moment. And then you show up and decide it is time. That flame saved my life that day. And has kept my hope alive ever since.
Hey! You still there? I just remembered. Come here, quickly!
It is time for you to leave, Nikolay.
No. Let him stay. I want to keep my word.
You pathetic, crawling thing. What are you doing? He's part of the herd that left you rotting down there.
He needs to learn the truth. Mostly about himself.
Du weißt gar nichts über mich.
You don't know anything about me.
You're not a deacon. And you really need your pills for the pain. You don't need them to actually curb the fear.
No, I don't. Now, tell me, what do you want from me?
You have to behead someone.
What the flock?
What were you doing at that window?
So you did see that woman today?
What?
You yelled you remembered. Do you remember that she was here today? Where did she go?
Oh, no, it's not that. I've already told you. I haven't seen her. I'm sorry. But I remember where the two of us met before.
Oh Mann. Ja, ich sollte gehen, gnädige Frau. Tschüss.
Wait. You said you've never been here before, I know. But you have. We've met in Carcassonne way too many times to make me forget your face and voice.
Wie ich schon sagte, war ich noch nie in dieser Stadt.
Like I said, I've never been in this town before.
You did. You came to me in my dreams. The dreams I have always start the same way. I find myself in the woods, daring not to move. I've just seen something horrifying, but my mind refuses to tell me what it is. I tremble with fear and groan in despair. At this point, I either succeed to get out, or more often than not, I am staying trapped in the agony of my unconscious mind.
Warum erzählen Sie mir das?
Why are you telling me this?
I dread to dream. And it's been like that for years now. But sometimes the agony is replaced by happiness. It happens when in the middle of the forest blackness, you appear, flying noisily towards me.
Ich bin auch schon auf seinen Träumen gekommen. Fliegen, wie ein Engel? Fliegen?
Flying?
You always approach me in the form of a moth.
Nett.
What?
A strange moth, I'd say, with two faces. The one on the back side of the head looks just like a human skull, I guess.
The moth is a symbol of wickedness. That couldn't be me. You're either lying or insane.
I didn't say.
I'm Brother Benedekt.
I don't understand the meaning of the skull, but you are not an evil appearance in my dream. You're a good being.
I'm a servant of God, the Order of St. Paul, the first hermit.
My fear and despair dissolve into joy and hope when you appear. You always help me get through the night.
I can't stand it here anymore.
Just a moment. Benedekt? You said your name is Benedekt.
Ich habe meinen Namen nicht gesagt, doch hast du.
I didn't say my name.
I heard it. You...
I don't have anything more to say to you.
Du sollst nicht lügen.
You are victorious, brother.
Mhm.
I am.
Why haven't you said so before?
Weil ich sie nicht kenne und ihnen nicht traue.
Because I don't know you and I don't trust you.
You know, now I might have an idea where your sister is.
Mhm.
So you were lying to me the whole time? I knew it.
I didn't know who you were either, so I had to lie. I honestly haven't seen her today. But last night she seemed obsessed with the idea of going to the lake today.
Why would she do that? Mere sightseeing.
Which I found strange because she already knew there's nothing to see there. Maybe she just liked the view.
Wie komme ich dorthin?
How do I get there?
Take a left from here, then just follow the path through the woods. It's a short walk. There's an old man selling fish. You can ask him if he saw her. His name's Arson, and since you're going to talk to him, could you do me a favor? To fetch something for me? Just tell him I sent you for Friday's meal. With everything going on yesterday, I completely forgot about it.
Why would I do that? Why didn't you go earlier today? Why don't you go now?
I can't leave the shop. I'm waiting for my father. He's gonna be here any time now.
Keine Versprechungen, gnädige Frau.
No promises, madam.
It's just one fish. And if you do this for me, I'll show you my gratitude by giving you a brochure of the town.
I don't need your gratitude. Like I mentioned before, as soon as I find Victoria, I'm gonna leave this place forever.
No, you won't. The brochure contains a detailed map of the town and its surroundings. Trust me, you'll find it useful. You'll see.
Ich hoffe, du nimmst das.
Should I go to the lake? I don't trust her. I could just wait for Nikolay to come out.
So, wir speichern mal. Sicher, überschreiben, speichern, Spiel fortsetzen. So, haben wir jetzt eine Karte? Ne, wir haben einen Stift, eine Bibel, einen Rosenkranz, einen Ausweis und noch einen Ausweis.
My ID. Nikolay's ID. His eyes look so different now. Hollow. I don't know.
Was ist der Stift?
A gift I received from Father General after spending 7 beautiful years at Yasna Gora.
Okay, und der Rosenkranz?
It repels the darkness and keeps its fiends away from me.
Schauen wir nochmal durchs Fenster.
Oh, and one last thing. How was your visit to the Grimolda Castle?
I've completely forgot about the exhibition.
Victoria bought 3 masks from me, you know?
Why?
Because she had to. No one's allowed to enter the castle without a mask.
I mean, why are you asking? We were dead tired and just didn't make it there.
So you don't even know what happened. Come closer.
Nein, schon wieder die Frau.
Someone fell from the castle's roof into the nearby chasm.
Why are you telling me this?
I'm worried. I thought you were there. After this happened, no one was allowed to leave the castle for hours. It was a nightmare. People were shrieking and crying into the darkness of the halls and corridors.
I already told you we didn't make it there.
You know, there are places in this town you can't visit without a mask. Grimolda is one of them.
Sie würden es auch einfach nur eine Maske verkaufen. Okay, ich kann Ihnen nicht
I
folgen.
don't follow.
It's one thing to visit and leave. It's another to stay trapped for hours in such a place. Then I thought,
What? You thought what?
Okay.
you sure Victoria didn't go?
Honestly, I'm not sure. She did not. Why? We missed the exhibition. Fell asleep the moment we arrived at the house.
I think I saw her alone on the square later, after you left.
That's impossible. She didn't leave the house, and even if she did, that doesn't mean she went to the castle. Only one person had slept in that bed upstairs, and I don't think that was her.
Did she give you the mask she bought from me?
Nein, aber das bedeutet nicht, dass sie das Schloss besucht hat.
She didn't, but that doesn't mean she visited the castle.
You know, some witnesses saw the fall, but
She's around here somewhere, and she'll take me out of this town soon.
it was so dark they couldn't tell if it was a man or a woman who fell.
Sie müssen die Leiche gefunden haben. Haben Sie danach gesucht?
They must have found the body. Did they search for it?
They only found parts, badly disfigured, unidentifiable.
So what are you telling me? Where do you think Victoria is?
They also found the head.
Okay. Haben Sie nicht gerade gesagt, die Person sei nicht identifizierbar gewesen?
Didn't you just say the person was unidentifiable?
The face is skinless. It was torn apart before the falls. They don't know the identity yet.
Who would do such a horrible thing?
Someone inhuman. This was devil worship and witchcraft at work.
Witchcraft? How can you be so sure?
The authorities believe that person was a woman. A scrawny woman with short brown hair.
Wait, it's a woman? What are you trying to tell me here? Who is she?
And I'm sure it was devil worship and witchcraft because she wore a mask above her skinless face. But it wasn't an executioner's mask. No, it was
Klauen, Maske.
the yellow mask.
We believe in you. You've come this far, to the end of Saint Kotar, the Yellow Mask. But this is just a prologue of the story we want to tell. The beginning of a long and dark journey of change, full of twists and fateful choices. For us, the storytellers that gifted you this free prologue, your support is crucial. Help us to tell the story of Saint Kotar. Support us on Kickstarter. We fear nothing, for you are with us.
Toll. Schön. Ich dachte, das wäre wenigstens abgerundet. Aber das ist nur der Prolog und dann geht das Hauptspiel los. Und ich würde sagen, ich will es mir nicht sonderlich holen, weil ich einfach nur Dialoge klicken muss. Deswegen gibt es auch wahrscheinlich kein Let's Play von mir. Aber ich lade es mal trotzdem hoch für Leute, die das Prolog sehen wollten. Deswegen bei Saint Kotar. Spiel beenden, Optionen. Und dann gibt es noch Crawling Man, aber das ist auch so ein 1-Euro-Spiel. Hätten sie auch wenigstens das Demo verkaufen können. Halbwegs. Naja. Daumen nach unten. Eigentlich muss es so kleine Entwickler immer unterstützen. Was meint ihr? Schreibt es in die Kommentare. Ich bin erstmal für heute raus. Wir sehen uns bei Twitch am Dienstag, spätestens Dienstag wieder. Bei YouTube einfach aufs nächste Video warten. Einfach abonnieren, dann kriegt ihr auch Bescheid. Bis die Tage, auf Wiedersehen. Ciao.